But Jo has no time to recover as she rushes to a meeting with the school's PGCE students.
We have at the minute here on the register, we've got 43 kids that have got statements, but we've got 185 on the register. And
well, I think the key role is actually managing other staff. I mean, it's leading a team of people. Yes, there's certain sort of professional knowledge, subject knowledge and so on, but that's the key thing. It's being able to work effectively with other people. So it's being able to communicate effectively, certainly orally. Informal communications is important, really, if not more important than formal communications.
Is there any kind of training for teachers? Because obviously we don't really get anything in our PGCE year.
The quickest and easiest way to access it is information that's freely available on the web, and we've made packs up in learning development, so if you wanted some information about the various conditions, how it might affect a child, so it can inform your teaching, then it's all there. And I'm happy to give you a copy of this.
Do you find that a lot of people do come to yourself for advice?
Yeah, I do get a lot of people ask, but yeah. What worries me more is the ones that don't ask, because they're the ones that clearly aren't identifying that these kids have got different needs and dealing with them differently. So I'm happy when somebody asks me.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent. Only another 2 more to get.
In Gloucester, Andy has a PGCE student in his department. Another new responsibility.
OK, we ready then?
We're helping out another school in order to get him the training and the teaching amounts that he needs. It's a funny relationship. It's been different to having my own student.
It is, Victor Meldrew. I thought it symbolised all old people.
And I find that because of that, it's more of a help than a hindrance in a lot of ways, in terms of he's taking the lessons, he's doing the plan and the preparation, and I'm there to support and make sure that that's going okay.
He's been extremely supportive towards me. You know, he's there and he's there to support you, and he's seems very competent, and I'm a big fan of Andy's.
The management aspects of it are done almost in your spare time. I mean, a head of department has a very high teaching load usually.
I know a lot of the time what I want to do and where I want to be and what I want to achieve, and it only takes half a dozen individuals with their own agenda to just take me off track a little bit.
Things that I do have stresses and problems with is organisation. I still have problems with my own personal organisation and making sure I've got everything up to date. My desk's testing me to that.
And one of the problems that causes is forgetting to do things or rushing to do things without proper consideration or proper communication. And as a result, problems will come later on.
Ed, Joe.
I've messed a deadline up for one of my groups. I thought it was 2 weeks later than it is, and it's actually the week after next, and it's really put the pressure on in terms of making sure I get all their work in.
The school day may have ended for the pupils, but for our new heads of department, work goes on. Andy has a review with his PGCE student, and Jo has to give a presentation to the English department.
Yeah, that was good. What I liked was you displayed those on the board, so it was there. This is what you're going to be doing. Right. And that was there. That was clear. I think you should do that as often as you possibly can.
Yes,
he's probably had more discipline problems than anybody else because he's a new teacher. So picking those up as well has been busy. But the more workloads probably come on through paperwork, having to fill bits and pieces out and profiles and make sure that everything's up to date in that. He's got to produce a folder and he needs us to sign off certain competencies that he's done. So there's paperwork involved, but it's worth it because he's progressing. And if he's progressing, then I'm happy. So it's worth putting the effort in.
Okay, while they're going round, what I'd really like to get is some feedback. Was that the sort of information you knew existed? Any surprises? Is there anything we should be doing differently to help support you?
Certainly what Jo's brought to it is an openness and a willingness to keep asking questions. We're rather fearful about always asking for help when we need it. And I think because there's been an open dialogue between both of us and with others in the school, her learning has been huge, but she has really, I think, in a term and a half, taken on a huge amount of information, picked up skills, knowledge base, but also begun to sort out an area which needed quite a lot of work doing with it.
So infrequent that it was quite difficult.
Too infrequent to be effective, probably.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So with the first week of term over, it's time to reflect.
I'm at home now, sipping on a glass of red wine. It has been a hellish week. It has been so stressful and demanding.
Just checking my baby monitor next to me because my little girl's croaking. She's only just gone down, so hopefully she'll go down. But of course, that means that, as I said, I'm not starting my work until now, 9:30.
So I think all in all, in the boot of my car, I've probably got 6 or 7 hours of work to do.
And I'm piecing my bits together, making sure that everything's ready and prepared.
It's worth it in the long run because, of course, the kids get the support that they so desperately need. But I'm tired, and it's Friday, and we're on Monday.
Next time, we find out what staff and students really think of our new heads of departments.
6 months ago, when she was appointed back in September, we're all a bit, this may not work.
To be honest, at the beginning we thought, with his, what we thought was limited experience, how would he fare?
And with meetings before school, meetings after school, and extra work taken home, what's the effect on their family life?
And I sort of said to Mum, I said, I'll try and take days off when I've not got any of my exam groups. And then I looked at my timetable and realised I was teaching at least one exam group every day.
I've had many a Monday morning when they said, we haven't done anything this weekend, Mum, because you've been working.
The next few weeks it's going to be really rumbling on. Okay.